Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. The name is CeeChronicles. Thank you so much for joining me today. My content is mostly fragrance reviews, fashion and lifestyle videos. So if you like that kind of content and you're new here, I would appreciate if you join the family by subscribing. I also want to acknowledge my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for coming back. I love spring, and I thought to myself, what better way than to bring 10 fragrances in my collection that I feel are ideal for spring. So I'm bringing you top spring fragrances within my collection, and I've picked 10 of them. Okay, now I'm going to go straight into the video because 10 fragrances are a lot. Right now the first one is going to be La Petite Noire, and this is the Eau Fraiche. Okay, reason why I picked this, remember I did come on this on my channel some time ago, and I did say I am going to deliberately put a dent on this fragrance because I had just been neglecting it. And now what do you think, guys? I have put a massive dent on La Petite Noire, and this is Eau Fraiche, and this is by Guerlain. Okay, I'm going to be spraying some here so that I just get wafts of it because I cannot be spraying everything on a piece of paper. Now the reason why I put this one is it opens up with that fresh with those fresh accords of mandarin, lemon and grass. Okay, and it's got a bit of some bergamot there. It's got a ton of notes actually, to be fair, but it's fresh, it's fruity, it's light, it's airy. And what else to use as your spring scent than this? Okay, La Petite Noire, and this is the Eau Fraiche. Okay, now the next fragrance that I picked off my collection is Zara Tuberose. I think you see, I've spoken about this a lot of times on my channel. It's one of my most watched videos. Zara Tuberose. This is a nice, soft, very feminine fragrance. I had a little bottle, and I had to I gave the little bottle to my daughter because she loved it a lot, and I had to purchase a bigger bottle. I wear this anytime, anyway. This is just a no-brainer, guys. It's a soft, spicy, citrusy, powdery, vanilla-y scent. It's very comforting as well. It's uplifting, powdery, and it's a very feminine, so light and easy to wear. And this is why I chose it as my number 2 best fragrances for spring within my collection, and not in particular order. This is just number 2 because it's the second one, not because it's the second best. Okay, the next one I decided to put on this collection, I just couldn't leave this one. Okay, if you know, Byredo, and this is Belle de Freak. Okay, this is a floral done like no other, guys. I just am completely, let me just wear this one. Okay, Belle de Freak. Ooh, I wish you guys could just smell this off the screen. Okay, this is by Byredo. A bit on the costly side, but I'm bringing different fragrances within my collection, so different budgets for different people. Okay, so this one is going to be a fresh, spicy, aromatic citrus. Okay, it has that beautiful bergamot there. You can smell this bergamot lemon. It's just gorgeous. Okay, it's feminine, it's soft, it's cheerful, it's very classy. It is something that I would wear on a beautiful day with like a gorgeous like a gorgeous printed chiffony kind of floral dress, that sort of thing. Even maybe a dress with a touch of embroidery. It just gives me those vibes. Okay, and that slight greenness of it is the reason why I put it here as an ideal or top 10 spring fragrances within my collection. Okay, now I'm going to go to number 4. Number 4 is going to be this one. I underrated this fragrance. I really did underestimate this Elixir but the essential. Okay, I have had a shift. I know I'm one person that's kind of almost always talking about Elixir the Le Parfum, because it just has that some kind of thing that I don't like in it. Now this, on the contrary, is different. Okay, I did give this one a try. You can see this is a mini. Okay, but I have worn it. It's up to there. I did one day just decided to give it a trial, because what I do with my fragrances is I will do a first impression. Then if I have a lot in one go, like if I have a haul, I'll just put it aside and then just sometimes even forget about it. So one day after a bath, I thought, no, let me just give this fragrance a try. And it was not what I had thought of it before. Okay, so this is the Le Parfum but the essential version, okay? It's a white floral. It's got those citruses. It's got a touch of wood, really soft, okay? Turns a bit lactonic after you wear it. You know, after an hour or so, you will get like a milky, kind of like a lactonic vibe, you know, quite intoxicating as well. It has that gardenia, and that gardenia gives off like a green, earthy vibe. But let's not forget that it does have that creaminess to it. So if you're one of those people that like lactonic fragrances, you will love this. If you don't, you probably just don't, you know, won't like it. It's not too lactonic like the Yes I Am by Cartier, where it is like an overdose of milky or like a, you know, like a slightly creamy tones. This one turns slightly creamy, slightly powdery, which it depends on your nose, really, you know, but it's nice. It's really nice. It doesn't have the exact DNA as the Elixir Bleu Parfum, the one I'm always, you know, slagging off. It's got like quite a different DNA. And then my number 5 is going to be this mini, okay? I unfortunately will not purchase this as full bottle, but I just thought some people may be interested. I've used it a little bit. This is Valentino Donna, okay? The one I'm going to probably purchase is is Valentino Donna Born in Roma. This is not. This is Valentino Donna, okay? This one is a smooth floral, okay? It's got the Italian bergamot. It's got the Bulgarian rose in here, okay? It is uplifting. It's very uplifting. It's got that lightness and slightly it's slightly fresh and it's slightly light, and it's got that leather note in here. But if you read, or you know, if you check the notes and you realize it's got a leather note, you might be put off. It's not the sort of leather note that is overbearing. It's really non-cloying, very soft, very feminine kind of thing. The only reason why I am not going to purchase this and probably purchase the Born in Roma is because this one seems not to have a very good lasting power, you know, for me, to an extent that I don't use my minis, especially these type of minis where they come in like a miniature size of the actual bottle, you know. It's not like a little vial or something. I don't like to quite use this one, but there was a day when I tried it and I couldn't quite smell it, and I had to like really pour it on myself, and then I started smelling it and I thought, no, I'm not going to buy a full bottle, but I'll just keep this one for display purposes. So yeah, Valentino Donna, okay, is one that I recommend as an ideal spring fragrance, okay? And that is within my collection. Obviously there's a lot more out there, so if you're not seeing what you like here, don't despair. There's a lot more other fragrances out there. I'm just showing you what I actually own within my collection. Next is Fendi Blossom. I always talk about this one. The only reason why it's right at the top is I sometimes use it as a bedtime scent. It's quite a soft fragrance, okay? Fendi Blossom, and this is the EDT, okay? You can definitely wear this in spring. It's got that really airy kind of feel to it. It's just made for spring. It's sweet, it's powdery, it's musky. It's not too sweet. So if you're one of those people that really like sweet fragrances, you might not get it out of here. It's not too sweet, but it's got a touch of sweetness. I wouldn't call it a fragrance that is not sweet. Quite floral, but not too floral. It doesn't push it. It doesn't. The florals here don't push it. It just remains balanced. Okay, very light and very airy. Also, a very easy to reach. And I just thought I should put it here on my top 10 spring recommendations or fragrances within my collection that I feel ideal for spring. The next one is going to be this one. This one is going to be neither here nor there. It just depends on the person. Okay, this one is Montblanc Rose's Elixir, okay? I put it here because of the rose, okay? Because of the greenness of the rose that comes off here. Already, that is what I'm getting. It's got this sweet rose that mixes with some citruses, quite musky, quite fruity as well, is a floral with that green undertone. So I just thought, okay, I can see myself wearing this, you know, just looking at the flowers blooming. It just makes you feel happy. The sort of feeling that you get when it's springtime. You know, spring, you know, it's just a time of, you just have this happiness, this just natural happiness happening around you. So I thought this is one fragrance that just brings me to that moment. It's got that greenness to it. It also has a strawberry leaf here that really takes you to flowers, you know, blooming, that sort of thing. And it's got a jasmine. It's got the African orange flower as well, but it is just gorgeous. Okay, number 8 which I decided to put here, is Forever by Elizabeth Taylor. This is an oldie, guys. I think this is a 2002. If I'm not mistaken, it's a 2002 composition, but it's one I always have in my collection. I actually have a backup bottle for this, and I have a mini, but I just don't know where I did put that mini, because I haven't been finding that mini. Okay, in case you want to see, this is, it's got like a what you call it, that rainbow like touch on the bottle. Quite beautiful. Okay, Elizabeth Taylor's Forever, that is the name of this fragrance. This is a fruity white floral as well, with a touch of green. It does have a touch of green, but I wouldn't call this a green fragrance. It has that pretty rose and the violet, but everything in moderation. Also has that juicy apple. Okay, juicy apple, but not enough to cross it over to you know, those apple fragrances. What were they called? I can't remember. What were they called? Be Delicious. No, it's not that kind of, the apple is not done in that way. There's a lot of other fruity notes here that support this apple, but you've got that juiciness of the apple. Okay, and it is just a gorgeous, underrated oldie. That's why I decided to bring it here. Right now, on to my number 9. I'm about to go, so yeah, I hope you have stayed tuned thus far. Okay, Emmanuel Ungaro's LA Diva. I love this one. This is just a beautiful sherbety, youthful fragrance. I just see somebody wearing again that big beautiful hat, and you know, walking around a garden or something wearing this. This is nice. It's got that sherbety vibe. I'm gonna spray a little. Got that sherbety vibe. Okay, it's fruity, it's floral, there is a honey touch to this, quite powdery as well, a little bit of some woods going on in there. Okay, it has that gorgeous gardenia as well, you know, that and that gardenia has that jasmine as well. Very light and very youthful. Okay, this is Emmanuel Ungaro's LA Diva. I love this fragrance, guys. I can see some people saying it's very juvenile, very childish, but I do like it. And I'm not saying this because of the bottle, I'm saying because of the scent. I can see people saying it is really quite juvenile, you know, or not really mainstream, but quite youthful, very youthful, to a point where maybe a 13-year-old might like this, but I personally like it. Okay, so last but not least, I couldn't come with this video and not bring Cartier's Berceau Valet. I always talk about this one. This Berceau Valet is your lily. Okay, your lily. If you love your lily, this is it. Okay, lily as a flower can be very strong, and this is what you get from this fragrance. Quite room filling, but the strength of this fragrance is, in as much as it's there, it's not too kind of off-putting. It's a slight, spicy, soft, you know, green with a touch of citrus is there, white floral. It's got the lily. The lily, you know, lifts you in this like a gorgeous feminine. It puts you into this gorgeous, like, feminine. It wraps you into like a feminine feel. It's very feminine. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I don't know why I'm rambling over and over, you know, but it is quite room filling. It's one of those fragrances that just one spray, you totally get it. But the lily in here, in as much as it's loud, it's non-offensive. It's not too cloyingly loud, green kind of fragrance. So quite nice, you know, quite soft as well. Does turn a little bit powdery, and also does have a lasting power. So this was Cartier Berceau Valet, and that was the last one. So I gave you 10 fragrances within my collection that I feel are ideal for springs. 10 best spring fragrances within my collection. I hope you stayed thus far. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know in the comment section if you have any you know, ideal spring fragrances, or which I think you do have. Let me know in the comment section. Let's chat some more there. CeeChronicles is my name. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Turn on post notifications so that you don't miss any video that I post. Like this video if you like it, and share it if you want to share it. And remember, smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.